The following program is a presentation of the Civil War Broadcasting Network, available on the free YouTube channel General Grant by himself or Dr. E.C. Fields. On the Facebook page, Kurt Fields as General Ulysses S. Grant, and on various other social media. The website is generalgrantbyhimself.com. This program is one of those presentations in the ongoing series Ulysses S. Grant Bicentennial Moments, wherein General Grant looks at a person, place, or event in the Civil War for reflection and observation. Permission to copy and distribute is given and indeed encouraged. Remember, you are the future of our past. And now, July 25th, 1865, expressing to Sheridan concern about the French problem. I wrote a letter to General Sheridan on the 25th of July, 1865, regarding my concerns about the French problem in Mexico. West Point, New York, July 25th, 1865. Major General P.H. Sheridan, Commanding Military Division of the Gulf. General, Major General J.M. Schofield goes to the Rio Grande on an inspection tour, carrying with him a leave of absence for 1 year, with authority to leave the United States. If he avails himself of this leave, he will explain to you the object more fully than I could do in the limits of a letter, and much more fully than I could do now under any circumstances, because much that will have to be learned to fix his determination whether to go or not has yet to be found out in Washington whilst I shall be away. This, however, I can say. General Schofield's leave has been given with the concurrence of the President, he having full knowledge of the object. I have both written my views to the President and had conversations with him on the subject. In all that relates to Mexican affairs, he agrees in the duty we owe ourselves to maintain the Monroe Doctrine, both as a principle and as a security for our future peace. On the Rio Grande, or in Texas convenient to get there, we must have a large amount of surrendered ordnance and ordnance stores, or such articles accumulating from discharging men who leave these stores behind. Without special orders to do so, send none of these articles back, but rather place them convenient to be permitted to go into Mexico if they can be got into the hands of the defenders of the only government we recognize in that country. I hope General Schofield may go with orders direct to receive these articles, but if he does not, I know it will meet with general approbation to let him have them if contrary orders are not received. It is a fixed determination on the part of the people of the United States, and I think myself saying on the part of the President also, that an empire shall not be established on this continent by the aid of foreign bayonets. A war on the part of the United States is to be avoided if possible, but it would be better to go to war now when but little aid given to the Mexicans will settle the question than to have in prospect a greater war sure to come if delayed until the empire is established. We want then to aid the Mexicans without giving cause of war between the United States and France. Between the would-be empire of Maximilian and the United States, all difficulty can easily be settled by observing the same sort of neutrality that has been observed towards us for the last 4 years. This is a little indefinite as a letter of instructions to be governed by. I hope with this you may receive them instructions in much more positive terms. With the knowledge of the facts before you, however, that the greatest desire is felt to see the liberal government restored in Mexico, and no doubt exists of the strict justice of our right to demand this and enforce the demand with the whole strength of the United States, and your own judgment gives you a basis of action that will aid you. I will recommend in a few days that you be directed to discharge all the men you think can be spared from the Department of Texas, where they are, giving transportation to their homes to all who desire to return. You are aware that existing orders permit discharged soldiers to retain their arms and accoutrements at low rates fixed in orders. Very respectfully, your obedient servant, U.S. Grant, Lieutenant General. I'm General Ulysses S. Grant, and this has been a Ulysses S. Grant Bicentennial Moment.